Let's start with your reading, Leo. Today, we're going to do something a little different. Today, we're going to glance over your recent past, present, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about the messages. If you like this format better, please do me a favor and like the video so that I know to do more of this for you in the future. Now, let's begin with your reading. All right. Okay. The main energy for the reading today is Six of Swords followed by the Sun. And what I see right here is overall moving on, moving past something that was keeping you stuck and moving to an easier time because you decided to. With these cards, we see someone who's about to let go of something, perhaps even letting go of expectations while letting things evolve as they're meant to, without trying to control the outcome this time. You might be getting to a place where you only want to focus on how you feel in the present, instead of focusing on how something is going to make you happy sometimes in the future. No, you're tired of that. There is a need to find happiness and stability now. And if something is not good, you're not just hanging on to it, thinking that eventually it's going to change and meet your expectations. You're just letting go of it and move on. This might sound like a small shift, but it's actually going to have major repercussions on this situation. So let's see what this message is about. In your past position, we have the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords reversed. What we see here is that you're coming from a time of frustration and stagnation when it comes to a specific situation. It feels like no matter what you tried, no matter how you tackled something, you would always get to the same result. And at some point, you probably didn't know what else to try. You might have exhausted all of the potential solution, and that's when we just see you giving up on it, just letting go of it right here, or at least letting go of expectations and not trying as hard anymore. Now, the interesting thing that might surprise you is that by looking at the overall picture, I see that even when you thought you wasted your time chasing something that was not going to work out, even then you were right where you were supposed to be all along. I don't know what that means yet, but we'll see as soon as we start clarifying. In the present, we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Now, this Ten of Wands is clearly showing us that you're still having a hard time fully letting go of something. You see these new beginnings ahead, you want to really invest in them, but yet you carry this burden with you. And you still find yourself waiting for some sort of information, validation, something that you feel once it arrives, it will make you feel better. Although you wanted to let go of the past, there is something that you keep carrying around, potentially without even knowing it, Leo. Yes, the overall context might have changed, but at the core, the situation is definitely as exhausting as the first one was. We'll see what this is about. In the near future, we have the Two of Swords and the Devil down here. There is a temptation coming up for you, Leo. It really looks like the moment of truth for this given situation. This is either going to be a way out or a way back to something. And it's going to be entirely up to you to decide which path to walk down to. At this point, you will feel the impulse to do something, to say something, and you will feel that it's just fair for you to do that, to say that. But you'll need to hold back because the real message that you want to communicate here can be communicated just with silence and with self-control. Definitely interesting. We'll see also what this is about. Let's start with clarifying your past position. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Emperor. The main issue that I see here is in fact that in this situation, you never got to have any real concrete certainties. Something was always changing, always mutating, making you feel as though it might have ended or fallen apart at any time without notice. That uncertainty and unknown really makes you become the victim of a spiral of thoughts and events that eventually can become very toxic for you, very controlling of you with the Emperor. I see miscommunication, feelings and fears taking over, and eventually you get to a place where the only thing you can do to reset the situation is to walk away and start all over, investing somewhere else and go towards a new beginning. I see that the main issue really here is the unknown, the uncertainty, and it's something that was always the main element of the situation. And eventually say, you know what, enough. I don't wanna keep guessing over here. I want to have some certainties. Ace of Pentacles. I want to have a real, stable, new beginning, something that I can be certain of, even if it's less than what I originally wanted, perhaps, but at least something that I can build upon, not something that keeps changing depending on the weather or depending on who knows what. So let's clarify the present position. Nine of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star. You know, yes, the context has changed. It's true. Something has changed into the overall picture, but overall, at the core, we still have the same issues, the same uncertainties. I do see you with your blinders on, deeply focusing on something, even if just subconsciously, trying to keep yourself distracted from an inner voice, potentially, or a situation from the past. You're claiming to wanting to move on from something or someone, and you are in fact walking away. I see that here. But you keep looking back for an apology or a change of heart potentially. Not necessarily because you want to go back to this, but because you want to know that the person is aware of what they have lost, hoping for some sort of redemption moment, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. But this goes even deeper. This goes even deeper than that. You keep looking back because you're afraid of looking forward. The past has become your crutch, Leo. And potentially you're afraid to build hope again, to really believe again, believe in yourself again as well. Believe that you can find the real happiness and love that you were looking for. You have something beautiful ahead of you. The only thing you need to do is looking at it and let go of whatever has happened in the past. Let go of whatever injustice you have had to endure in the past. Let the past be the past. Because right now you're carrying it with you in the present and you're giving it even more power. So let's now clarify the present position. Sorry, the future position. Knight of Cups, the Fool, and Death. I mean, do you see here what you have to do? Completely let it go of something. Death or rebirth. In order to start something new, you have to let go of something old. And you have to take the risk. You have to believe again. But right here, I see the temptation coming up with the Knight of Cups. That temptation we were talking about. Someone is going to do or say something that will make you very emotional. It will create this impulse within you, which is going to make you want to say something back and engage into this conversation potentially. But just so you know, the cards say no, don't engage in this, because that's exactly what keeps you stuck. This person wants you to keep engaging because they know that that's your way to say that you still care. Don't walk in that direction, Leo, because you'd be walking backwards. The reason why you didn't fully believe in yourself deep down anymore is because something did hurt you and your self-confidence in the past. And confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself. And there is a promise you need to make to yourself here. I'm not going to be triggered by people's actions and words anymore, even if I feel that they are important to me. And I'm not going to give them the satisfaction because eventually it's going to hurt me in the long run. I'm not going to look for their validation because at the end of the day, it's not important. Listen, there is a major shift you're going through with this overall Six of Swords and the Sun. And you are the one keeping yourself stuck, just you. Not this person, not the situation. Yes, people might try to keep you stuck, but if you don't tune into their frequency, it won't impact you at all. So Leo, let's see then where you are headed once you allow yourself to finally move forward. There is something around the corner for you, which I believe it's going to make you forget everything you've been through up to this point. Something that can change your perspective and your outcome overall. So let's look then how the situation is going to evolve in the next few months once you decide to ignore everything that keeps you stuck. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Leo, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who will watch the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. Actually, the reading is not 30 minutes anymore. I have raised them up to 45 minutes because 30 is just not enough to answer all of your questions. So let's do 45 minutes. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Leo. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Six of Wands. I mean, it's so funny how when you stop looking for validation and when you feel as though you don't need it, you honestly don't need it to be happy, to be successful, and to feel balanced, now we see that that validation comes in right away. In the future, you're going to get attention from a number of people, and there is a reward, a validation, again, that comes in at a time where you don't need it anymore. I feel that right here, you are on a stage. You are, in a way, the protagonist of your life, not a supporting character anymore. Someone who keeps having to walk away from things because they become very toxic and they get into the spiral of changes that really are hard to keep up with. There is something right here, especially with the King of Wands, which really will put you in charge. And I do believe that this is your energy right here, feeling as though your world, it's something that you can control finally, not the spiral that goes out of control. There is something really beautiful coming up here and cannot wait to look into it. Two of Swords, it still depends on you. It still depends on how you're going to react here. So let's see exactly what's about to come in the near future with this Knight of Cups. And then we will see how your world, your environment is bound to change once you really let go of that need to get that redemption energy, to get that apology or whatever it is that you wish you'd had at this point, but that in the big scheme of things, Leo, it's not important at all. So let's first of all see what this Knight of Cups is bringing in the near future. Come on. Yep. Someone is going to make a move. Six of Swords. They see you walking away. They see you leaving the situation and truly letting go, not just to trigger something. This is not a passive aggressive move. You're truly letting go with the Six of Swords, and they come in with Wands. They come in and now, guess what? They see you, but might be too late. What we're seeing right here is that this person is definitely now feeling what you have felt in the past.